I mean, probably the only viable gold laner, like a traditional gold laner that RGE has is something like a Claude.
Wow!
But it's gonna be the Harith. They still pick the Mathilda anyway, even with Hayabusa. So this is probably trying to make the Phoveus a bit safer, just like in the first game. But let's see though, because in the first game, it didn't work as well as I thought it would be. Iran mostly got damaged or like got deleted before he was able to cast that or like follow the guiding wind.
He would like to, I guess, replicate the same outcome, same approach with the Phoveus and the Mathilda from that first game, but with a different outcome. Now last pick for the side of Bigetron. What do they need?
Does something like a Barat or export work?
Against a Mathilda and Phoveus, sure, but then there's a backliner. Oh, they're just gonna go Ling. I was thinking maybe Lancelot, but there you have it. This is a very greedy lineup, I'll be honest with you. Granger, Masha, and Ling.
They're gonna do their own thing.
They're gonna do their own thing.
Assassin versus Assassin, though.
That's the battle that we want for these guys. So, what do you think, Mirko, overall?
Dude, I think both compositions will rely heavily on just how they execute it. I think for both, it's kind of like an execution battle here. The Ling versus the Haya. Just trusting their mechanics, I guess.
Lineup counter, or like lineup rating and counter index favors tlid quite a lot here. Well, let's see though. 1-0 for the red robots. They can close it out. 2-0 here. Eman got his cryo, and now it's time to pop off. Is it gonna be the red robots or the cavalry owning the land of Dawn today?
Let's see, will Bigetron be able to replicate what they did in leg 1? Getting a victory. Land of Dawn, here we go, and let's see the action for game 2.
Oh, Mirko, like, I noticed 2 games in a row, Heskiel is chunking the purple buff without even trying to just help Fabian take it. I wonder what's the purpose of that? And he lost quite a bit of HP doing that.
That's a very good question. I think it just might be ADHD. I'll be honest with you. I don't know the reason right now. I haven't played the new Kimmy, unfortunately. But I gotta try it again. Maybe you get... Is it energy? I guess? But
looking at the emblems, maybe?
Looking at the emblems, it's a bargain hunter. You don't get an additional gold from hitting. I guess it's just building that... I don't know.
That emblem stack? Or... I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Might want to ask him in the backstage.
Yeah, I will definitely keep an eye on that. Rupture still Inspire, double Inspire this time around with the Wilderness Blessing for Mathilda. Nothing too crazy. Double Bargain Hunter here.
Oh, no.
Ron getting jumped on. Good flicker. Annabelle, Tempest to Blade alongside Luke. That should be first blood. Who will take it? Will be Luke, not Annabelle. Bigetron striking first. In the mid lane, tlid looking for a trade. Doesn't really find the right connection just yet.
And sometimes in the early game, you don't want the XP lane to die very early. You'd rather get the gold lane die earlier because the setup for the turtle is going to be worse.
Yeah. I guess for Yeheskiel, it's just then the passive. Because you do get the charge, the energy charge. So it's just to help out in the lane, I guess.
Ah, good point, good point. Turtle setup for BTR. Annabelle is already eyeing on it, but he's a Ling, so there's limit to what he can do here. But he is pretty savant in the erratic department. Eman might get a first kill here. No.
This is the winning matchup, though, for the Granger. And so far, actually, tlid won't be able to contest the turtle just yet. BTR have that crazy kill pressure. Yeheskiel has to be careful in the back line here.
Just want to concede here.
Oh, good spot. Good immobilization. Oh, in the back lane is going to be airborne. Finn revitalized now. Luke jumping towards Yeheskiel. He goes down. That's a burst. Iran taunted. AOG finds one. And he goes down. Tempest Blade, Fabian finds one. Retribution battle. Let's play the Fave. Who wins that? Witty takes the kill. Witty, Fabian.
No way.
Dynamic duo, but Iman is here to provide the damage. Luke,
ain't no way.
My goodness, Quad Shadow is there. Terrified, but Guiding Winds will not save his life. It's going to be Iman securing the kill. Luke now taking the kill as well, but Aaron Cheeky finds a revenge, and that's going to be Iman taken down.
No way.
Now it's going to be a 2v1.
Come on now.
It's an 8-kill and 9-kill potentially, but yeah, Haskill finds the shutdown. 9 kills in total of 3 minutes of game time.
That's 4 kills secured by Luke, almost 5 if Iran was not there to cancel it out. What an early game that this guy's having.
Welcome to the Brawl server, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. A full turtle brawl as we get into the game. 4-5, it's Liquid ID who lead with 300 gold despite BTR getting more kills. That was technically like a wipeout, but you just can't get it in time, right? 5 kills to 4? Ridiculous early brawl. First item priority, Luke. It was a shutdown to Yehezkiel, by the way, so that's pretty massive. Luke has been able to also get the Blade of Heptasy, so that will... Fabian? Takes it.
Cheeky steal right there.
For Iman to get this advantage, but in the bottom lane, just a skirmish. Fabian doesn't have the shadow kill, so...
And try to bait out the resources, especially from Luke.
Fabian steals it again. Way too brawly for BTR, and Liquid are just capitalizing on these very chaotic...
Rare Soul Bloom kill by Witty there towards a running Annabelle. In a way, Luke being there was kind of like disadvantage for Annabelle because Fabian was able to use the ultimate.
And tlid are just capitalizing again on BTR, looking for these desperate plays around the map. Every single time they're looking to be proactive, but when you're behind, it's a big risk. Iman gets a turret up top. Oh, Fabian!
My goodness, has the shadow kill! Flavor Fave does it again.
He falls with the Sharingan and Raikiri of Kakashi-sensei.
And now it's a big problem for BTR, even bigger than it was before. Run!
It's a 4v4, technically. Annabelle looking
Get
for
out.
that purple Tempest Blade, committed.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness,
On the
good
wall.
catch by Ron! And that's gonna be Annabelle taken down. Bigetron again, losing on a skirmish.
There's a reason why Phoveus is so good against Assassin, and Iran knows how to disable the killers from Bigetron Alpha.
See, tlid with a siege on towards the tier 2. Oh, circling Eagle will not commit a fight just yet. Tamon, though, will deal damage from the back. Turtle is up, and ladies and gentlemen, we got 19 kills. Just 8 minutes in.
In 8 minutes, we've crossed the 2 kill per minute mark. There's more action than I think any game of MPL ID so far. Maybe, probably, right? This probably is the record breaker so far. It really depends on how much more BTR decides to brawl if we're able to match it or let this last all the way to the late game. Iman finally gets a Sea Halberd there, but it's going to be very difficult here in this game, even with the Sea Halberd. It really kind of banks on tlid making a mistake at this point. They're so underleveled.
You're right.
And even right now, Eman, this is unfamiliar territory for Eman on the Granger. 1-3-2 on the KDAs. Really, this is really bad for Eman's standard, man.
Yep.
And one of the things that made it that way is there's no 2 frontliners in front of him to help him get better positioning. It's Annabelle and Luke at the front line, and Annabelle, oh man, he's having a worse game right now. 0-3-4.
The Ling pick, man, a greedy pick that would work if they get a snowball, but again, it was tlid who were winning, who were able to actually win on the early game, getting those proper shutdowns. And now for tlid, it really is just a slow game. It's something that we were talking about in game number 1 when they were already winning. They just have to stay disciplined.
Top lane.
2v1, Fabian.
Gotta be careful! Surprise, surprise! Fabian with the quad channel! Not enough resources, not enough sustainability there to take on 2.
So weird. Split push coming in, 2 guys. Annabelle and Luke just with each other. And now we might want to get dove on here by Witty. He has the ultimate.
No problem. Together with a Ling, you can't run away from that, man. You jump back to the quad shadow. The Marsh is waiting. You walk away. Annabelle goes in with a Finch Poise. And now for tlid, again, it just has to be the slow game. They just can't make those mistakes. They have to play it slow and play for the 5v5. They cannot... Technically, they also can't let BTR scale because both the Ling and the Masha can still be a threat as we get into the late game. And it's also Iman that can be a threat. The big question now is, can they out-sustain the damage in the late game if we get to the late game? But Annabelle, oh, I think he stayed for a bit too long here. Everybody, it's coming.
5-man rotating. Fabian with the shadow kill. Tempest Blade to escape.
Oh,
Wow.
Great calculations there by Mr. Annabelle.
There's a reason why Luke goes back, and Annabelle stayed. He trusted in his skills and still has the ultimate. Despite all TLID was absolutely in front of him, he was able to escape.
Okay, finally we get the item check. Melfic Roar already, that's the 4th item for
Gold lead on Eman.
Hezkiel will be the one dishing out that damage, and he's fully stacked up. Look at the charges, full red.
Annabelle, looks like he does not want any business with the objective stake here, unless...
Seems like Bigetron, no time to contest. They will not engage as well. TLID, cool, calm, calculated on that lower take.
Uh-oh. Vivian might know. Okay. Didn't check the Kumar Bush at the bottom. And now, TLID, they have a lot of damage to Siege here, Mirko.
Yep. For TLID, again, just playing it slow, playing with the Siege. For BTR, the clear isn't that good, but they do have control on the side lane. That's the, I guess, a way for them to defend. If they are able to stagger the waves, then there's not going to be a 3-wave push that cracks the base open. But I think at the minimum, this should still be... Oh, Circling Eagle already. This should still be a turret. At least one base turret, minimum, for TLID.
For sure. The Lord will crash down towards the bottom side. Mid lane.
Maybe threaten to AOG.
AOG trying to buy time.
Oh,
That's
no.
the damage, baby, from Aaron Cheeky. Luke jumps in. That's going to be Luke taken down. That's going to be Moreno. Good terrify. That's a miscalculation there by Mr. Flavor Fav and as well as Moreno with the help play.
And Annabelle's gonna take the purple buff from Fabian. That was a bit too hot-blooded. They don't want to fall to the rush anymore. Aaron Shiki, speaking of rush.
He flickers in. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be Hezkiel. The Ghost of Jakarta shut down by Amon. Now Annabelle, Tempest to play, looking for a kill on towards Aaron Cheeky. Looks for Witty. Oh my goodness, Annabelle. What the heck was that interaction? Witty finds a killing spree on the assassin there.
Have you ever seen a cat with wings? Because that looks like it. Aaron Shiki flies out of nowhere. TLID, man, they gotta watch out. It turned out to be a 1-2-1 trade, but it was unnecessary.
I love that interaction though. Finch poised, circling Eagle. Both of them just outflying. But yeah, Hezkiel did not need to risk his shutdown for that. They would have gone to the turret anyways. There was no real reason for them to go for the kill unless that. Oh, Luke.
Oh, caught red-handed there in the bush. He flickers out. The damage will not be enough.
Excuse me?
Iran is there, but it seems like the damage will not come through. Luke, he made it.
The calculations, man, the calculations. Gotta lock in. I think that's the only thing that TLID needs to do at this point.
Yeah, they just gotta... They need to stop taking these like crazy risks, man. Flickering forward, yeah, skill, stuff like that. Lord gonna be blitzed by TLID. BTR late to follow. Finn already in.
Oh, gotta be careful. Finn taking a lot of damage, will be taken down first. The OG cancelled. Bigetron repositioning, seems like they want to contest. Annabelle, Tempest to Blade, finds Till, finds a win. Oh my goodness, Luke finds Fabian. That's gonna be Amon re-hitting. That's the Lord. Yeah, Hezkiel trying to stay alive for TLID's sake.
I was gonna say the Lord was a paid actor to airborne Fabian, but it turns out it was a paid actor for TLID. Hezkiel takes that.
But it's spawning instantly. 3 seconds on Finn. I don't think TLID can fully capitalize on this, but Aaron does have this Amon force.
Let's see. 3 full flickers as well for the remaining 3 members of TLID. Will they make something happen? Seems like Annabelle. Looking for the flank, but no. The Lord will be irrelevant. Fortunately for the Red Terminators.
We have to wait for another Lord for TLID because, God, please, for the love of God, don't take those really risky fights for TLID. They're only up about 600 on what was about 3K for TL. It's equalized right now. I wonder how many Eman has over Aaron Shiki by now.
Yeah, I'd say the skirmishes, Sheffin, the skirmishes around the base for the mid lane base turret, bottom lane base turret, that was the gamble. Moreno somehow winning in the trade against the Hayabusa, but that was the gamble. That was the risk that they were taking. The Lord fight earlier, wasn't really a risk. BTR forced their way in, right? Like, that was already pretty well positioned for TLID. They got rid of Finn. They had the man advantage, but BTR just decided to gamble and fight 4v5. The mistake to fix is the mistake in the siege for Liquid that they kind of have to fix later on. Now, it becomes a game that is really weird for them because they don't have side lane control. Firstly, with this composition, it's more of like a stick kind of game, right? You don't want to send Hayabusa in a 1v1 against Luke, nor do you want to send the Hayabusa in a 1v1 against the Ling in the late game. It's not a good idea. Ling has a way to get out of the shadow kill. You have to play as 5, but when they play as 5, there's this crazy explosive damage from Luke, Annabelle, Moreno, and Eman. Now it becomes a full just battle. It's a 50-50. But Liquid still have the advantage, especially when Lord spawns up top.
He got the shadow, but he doesn't want to go in.
Yeah,
he learned from his mistakes earlier when Moreno terrified him. 1 seconds towards the next Lord. Looking at the items, it's almost full for all of them. Fabian building towards Rose Gold Meteor. He knows that he's gotta watch out for this magic damage. An extra shield will definitely help in this case. He's gotta dive and try to find a kill towards the backline. Now even the gold lane is on BTR's side, Mirko.
The goalie doesn't matter at this point. I'll be honest with you, the goalie is completely irrelevant. But TLID definitely have something that is very, very relevant still. It's the base turrets. Fortunately for BTR, it's not the far lane. The far lane base turret for them is still alive, but it's an evolved Lord now. And for TLID, if they secure this one, there you go. Purple buff taken by Fabian, no retribution used. Annabelle is effectively offline. Even with the purple buff, he's been struggling a lot, 0, 4, and 6. Without the purple buff, this is going to be even tougher. Luke, endless battle. Annabelle walking up top. If he shows, this is a blitz for TLID.
They have to somehow break through though. Finn, so far, doesn't have the best time breaking through the defense of TLID.
Yeah, Finn taking a lot of damage. Luke from the flanks. Fabian, shadow kill, flicker from Luke. Moreno now trying to deal damage alongside Finn. Luke goes down. Leaded, Heron Cheeky free hitting him on now in trouble. Flicker out, Annabelle no purple, no orange. Heron Cheeky gets the shutdown. Annabelle looking for a kill. Tempest the blade early. Fabian, that's a good juke. And Annabelle will now be able to find a kill. Bottom side is pushing Heron Cheeky. Does not care, it's a solo. But they got the base. And baby, we're going to game 3.
Wow! What a chaotic game!